Hey guys, this is Markus Creation, and today I want to give you my take on art block, which I guess many people could disagree with. What I'm drawing in this video is not really related to what I'm telling you. It's just some practice that I did. I'm trying to uh, learn to color a bit more realistic, and that was this exercise that I did where I drew just some hands and colored them. So that's what you're seeing in the background. So first of all, what even is art block? People on the internet, which I guess you are one of them, uh, call it art block when either they don't know what to draw, or they try to draw something but it doesn't turn out quite as well as they wished. Okay, so in the very first place I want to tell you I would not call it art block. And that's for the following reason. When you say I am art blocked or I have an artist block, then you come up with a term that is free to interpretation for everybody. And that is not objectively true or there. So you can come up with an abstract term to explain something that in reality has very concrete reasons. For example, if you draw a person and it looks not very good, and you say, yeah, that's because I'm art blocked. I have an art block. Oh, I can't draw good people, good looking figures because it's an art block. Then that's an excuse, and because you have this excuse, you think you would have explained what the reason was, but in reality the reason is that you didn't practice it enough, for example, in this case. So I would not use the term art block at all because it's so it has a wide range of interpretation, possible interpretations, and it's very likely that you come up with it as an excuse for something else. So instead, I would just say, and in the and the rest for the of this video, I will not call it art block anymore. We will talk about really concrete things, and that is you don't know what to draw, or your drawings turn out not as good as you wanted. That's concrete things we can talk about. Okay, and then I already covered the first question with that. The first thing would be, the first part of the artist block question is I'm drawing something and it turns out bad and I'm not able to draw it as I wanted it to. What can I do now? And the reason, the answer to that is really simple. You have to practice it more. Or you have to practice in a different way. You have to fix the thing that is not how you wanted it to be, obviously. Yeah, like the example that I gave before, when you draw something and it turns not out like you wanted it to, do not say this is because I'm art blocked, but look at what it really is. For example, very specific and in detail. If the arm is looks weird, then you know, okay, I have to practice how to draw arms more. Or if you I don't know, if the anatomy is wrong, you have to practice anatomy. If the coloring is wrong, you have to practice coloring. Make it very specific so that you can act on the thing that is not good enough. That's the answer to the part when it turns not out like you wanted it. The second big question in the art block range is, I want to draw something, but I don't know what to draw. And for that, I have several answers. The first is very simple. Just draw anything that comes to mind. If you don't care what you're drawing, just draw anything, and then follow up with associations from the first drawing. So, for example, just come up with anything. Draw a horse. Okay, now you draw a horse that may even already make you busy for hours. It could be, because I guess if you never drawn a horse, it would be pretty time consuming to study the anatomy of a horse and then draw it in a good looking way. But you draw that, you do that, and then if you have the horse down, you come up with associations to it. Maybe you now think, I want to draw a cowboy on top of the horse, or I want to draw the cowboy next to it, or something. Then you do that. You can be busy very long time again with that, and you come up with the next thing. Now the associations are like Wild West and maybe a train that drove through the Wild West or something like that, and you can come up with more stuff. Bandits, Native Americans with archers, stuff like that. I mean, you can go on and on and go on with the associations of the thing that you started with. And you don't have to make it a finished artwork in the end. Maybe you just make sketches of all this stuff, and then you can come up with really cool sketchbook pages filled with sketches of different things of the same theme, kind of, that can turn out pretty cool. So that's the first tip for that. The second thing, if you don't know what to draw, is practice your sticking points. Work on your sticking points. If you know from the past, from the last things that you did, always hands look weird, then practice hands. You don't know what to draw, then think about what there will be something that you have in mind that was not good enough last time, and you should practice that. Like this background video. Make a bunch of hands and color them realistically, if that's your sticking point. And so on. You know what your sticking point is, work on that. And the next advice for I want to draw, but I don't know what to draw, is think about the reason why you're doing this. For me personally, that would not occur, that question, because I go about it the whole the other way around. I have something in mind, I have an idea, I want to communicate, and I want to draw attention to, and then I think about how can I communicate it, and then I do that and try to come up with the best thing I can to communicate this specific idea. But if you are doing it the other way around, I'm wondering, you decide that you want to draw, but you have no idea what to draw. That makes me think, or maybe you should think about, why do you want to draw then? and you should come up with an answer like, because I like knights so much. Then obviously you should draw knights. Or you say, because I want, I don't know, fill in the blank. You come up with the answer, and then you should have the answer what you should draw, because you know why you want to draw. If you come up with the answer, um, I want to stop the hunger in the world, maybe, it could be, then you know your topic and what you want to communicate, and then you think about how can I do that, and then you draw that. So think about the reason. What do you even want to achieve with the whole thing? Then you will find the answer what you should draw or what you should practice to draw. So to sum it up, you have to think about why you want to do it in the first place. I will sum up the whole thing. I personally think you should not call it art block when you don't know what to draw, or if your drawings turn out not good enough. Because it is really easy that you use it as an excuse, and do not look at the real reasons that led to this. But when you look at it more specifically and your question is, my drawings turn out not as good as I wanted them to, then you should practice more, and you should practice specifically that thing that turned out not good enough. And if your question is, I want to draw but I don't know what to draw, then either you go about it by coming up with anything, drawing it, coming up with associations of that, filling up a whole sketchbook page, which could really turn out awesome. Or you go about it by working on your sticking points. Just remember what turned out not good enough last time, and then you know I have to practice this or that. That's something that you can and should do. Or you think about the whole reason why you are drawing in the first place and what you want to communicate. Then you will find the answer what you should do too. I think this should have helped, and I guess that's it for now. In case you want to check out my artwork, go to markuscreation.com. A link is in the description below. And that's it for now. So, till next time. See ya.